The wild hunt assault on Star Sand Shoal, you mean? Huge wave. First I've ever seen of that size. Good thing it was so brief.
No, I mean there's been another to the north of Nasha Town.
What? How many does that make in the last couple of days now? What are the Lightkeepers playing at?
Can't be helped. There are only a handful stationed on our side in the first place, and the cannon hasn't been fixed yet either. They've been strained to breaking point for a while now, I'll bet.
I'm bugging out if this goes on much longer. And here you all told me this was a good place to do business. Fool me once, I say. Hey now, this could be our big break. My second eldest brother made his fortune off wild hunt attacks, you know. Come on, let's get moving. There won't be anything left for us if we're late. Left for us to scavenge? I did hear about an overturned cargo vehicle over there.
Hey.
Should have told him that those are dangerous thoughts. Guess you're right. Even if we solve this wild... Paimon will have you know that when it comes to staying out of trouble, greed and cowardice make the perfect match. Hey look! I know an Inefa are here and... Dying to know something, aren't you? Ha! Paimon can even guess what you want for dinner. She'll place the orders tonight, don't you worry. Anyway, let's just go, shall we?
Familiar faces identified. Our good friends, the Traveler and Paimon.
Whoa, free manual labor detected. Those evaluations could not be more different.
This is Sosi, Sergeant Major of the nearby Lightkeepers. He's stationed here in this town.
Wait, that means...
He is Flynn's superior, as far as position is considered.
A pleasure to meet you all.
This is the Traveler and Paimon, friends of ours. They're experienced adventurers who are new to Krai.
Hi there!
Indeed. The sooner we can get it firing again, the quicker we can ease our current predicament. 2 more wild hunt incursions have come sweeping in at different locations after the last one at Star Sand Shoal. And our manpower is already stretched as it is. This is more than we can handle.
Hasn't Flint's gone back to your HQ to ask for reinforcements? When will they arrive?
Huh. Has he now?
Yeah. That's what he said he was gonna do anyway.
He hasn't contacted me about that yet. As per standing orders, he should be leading a team to root out the wild hunt. But I haven't received any reports for a while now. Well, he does act outside the remit of his orders sometimes. I'm a superior, yes, but I wouldn't say I have much control over his actions.
So, he made the call for backup on his own initiative?
Hard to say. Contacting HQ is a tricky business. I should know, I've tried. They either refuse my requests outright or end up dragging their feet. And all the while, we're the ones who have to deal with the wild hunt, which, by the way, can strike anywhere in Krai without warning, sweeping across vast swaths of land. This has been a real test of our endurance, to say the least. We need to send our personnel where they're needed most. A single missive will not do much to change HQ's attitude, I fear. Flynn's understands this well enough, I'm sure. usually sort our foes ahead of time into ones that our rat Nikki will take care of and ones that we'll target using the cannon. I finished the preliminary dispatch work already, but this cannon...
Okay. Ugh. Hurry up, I know. Fix this, I know. You fix it if you're in such a hurry. That, or bring me some snacks. This is tiring work over here.
Could you at least tell me how long we'll be delayed? We're way past our scheduled firing time.
Well, that's your fault for firing too often recently. Machines get overworked too, you know. You could try thinking about their feelings for once. Sorry, what?
In layman's terms, this refers to wear and tear. As such, a machine is more liable to fail the unhappier it becomes. The exact probability here would be...
All right. I'm not good at this stuff, I know that. But let me stress that we Lightkeepers are the primary financial backer of this...
And I'd say that was a good deal for you. You should thank the Krumkake craft shop. That means me. Do you even know how much it would have cost you if you bought all the parts legit and fresh off the assembly line?
Reminder, your future snack budget will have to be halved without the long-term commission payment, I know. Calculating a...
What? No! Absolutely not! Let me think, all right? It should take maybe, Wouldn't this place be crawling with more monsters than there are fungi and Sumeru? But
That might not be the concern you think it is. The monsters of the Wild Hunt are only active in the immediate vicinity of its attacks. They will not spread any further, on their own initiative at least. We Lightkeepers will also keep an eye on those areas, both to monitor the monsters and to prevent people from entering the cannon's blast radius. That said, I'm afraid I can't wait 3 hours before dispatching manpower to the locations that the cannon won't be firing on.
And here's where my need for manual labor comes in. There are some checks I haven't finished yet, but with your help... Wait, but we don't know a thing about this stuff. How much... You'll be fine, trust me. Just take this. Whoa! This book is so heavy! You can use Beep Boop Pizza to run diagnostics on the cannon. It'll tell you what to do. And this book will help you understand.
This cannon was built using more than 50 components from different factories and manufacturers. Aino has bound the manuals into one volume. Also, please note, the device's name is Burkida.
So, it's manuals all the way down. Yup. And if you're quick about this, we might just cut our time to fire down by a whole 2/3.
I'll go with you.
Nice! So you'll check the outside and Anefa inside. Come find me in the control room once you're done. Cool.
Instructions received.
Hey! A little snacking will also improve my... Explanations for things that don't interest her are a bit meh, aren't they? Or is that just how... Isn't Beep Boopita just following us around? Sure doesn't seem as smart as she said it is.
I've watched Anefa perform routine repairs before. It seems some sort of maintenance port must first be found, and then this small robot will automatically interface with...
So you're in the
Now that I'm not so sure of. Let's search around together and see what the...
Works for Paimon. Is this it? Probably not. Or this one? Oh, ew!
That thing over there looks promising.
Where? Oh, yeah! Whoa! So, wow, what do you know? I know what's...
Still, it's impressive how you figured things out right away.
Paimon's up next, along with this stupidly heavy book. Ugh. The matching result for this symbol is... check pet...
Well, as they say,
Yeah, guess you're right. Just feels like we did all this stuff for nothing, that's all. Paimon's getting the hang of this now. It's this thing, right? And this time... Huh? Why are you angry? Oh, huh. Looks like its expressions are also prompts of a kind. Which page is that on? Oh. We need to take note of the order in which its eye colors change. Purple, red... Hey, slow down! Paimon didn't catch that! What? So now we've got musical prompts too? All right, one final stop.
agreed. I must say, you two have a talent for maintenance work. A bit shaky at points, but...
Good eye. Paimon!
Really, I'd have liked to share the load, but you were really getting into it, and I didn't want to interrupt.
Ugh. Couldn't you have mentioned that earlier? A pictorial prompt this time. Don't worry, Paimon's just about gotten the hang of which prompts are listed where. We gotta take note of the flashing patterns. One yellow flash, nothing for 2 seconds, then 2 yellow flashes means the components here are overdue for regular maintenance. Maintenance is a high priority task. The device will be rendered inoperable until it is complete. Switch Beep Boopita to input mode to send out a signal to unlock components. The description of input mode isn't on this page. Ugh, more page flipping. Phew, that was a real struggle. Well, Paimon needs a break now.
Yeah, good work indeed. But it seems this input mode requires some additional work to operate. Well, looks like we're all good. We can remove this thing now. No clue, frankly. But whatever. I got a feeling we've all given up trying to figure this cannon out. I'll go get the replacement component. We should be done once we pop it in here. What do you think? Maintenance work's easier than running errands, wouldn't you say?
That's for sure. You know what? Paimon took him for the stony type at first, but he's actually a pretty nice guy. Let's wait for him here, huh?
Are your tasks complete?
Yep. Sosie's gone to get the replacement component.
Allow me to check against the recorded data. Yes, the cannon will generate immense recoil when fired. If this is not controlled, the firing platform will become misaligned.
Huh. So, if the cannon isn't fixed...
A novel analogy, but an apt one. The large-scale damage that might follow would be undesirable by this component is currently easily damaged. The materials are not up to par, and there are still some design flaws. But Aino and I are working to improve it. Estimated waiting time remaining: 7 minutes.
Yeah!
Certainly. It will be ready shortly. Observation. Freshly baked krumkake results in the most efficient improvements upon...
Thanks for the treat. Aino's lucky to have you. Thanks. Things went great over here, too. So, as we agreed, I'll have the cannon up and firing in no time.
Understood. I will inform the inhabitants of Nasha Town and have them make preparations for the shock and noise that will inevitably ensue.
And I'll inform the Ratniki stationed around Wild Hunt anomalies to make sure they fall back in a timely fashion. Thanks for your kind assistance. I better make a move. Ratniki from other sites should have sent reports back here.
Righty then. See ya! Bet this huge cannon's a real sight when it fires.
That is correct. A huge crowd tends to gather on its own accord on such occasions. Pure, bright energy rays have never failed to inspire obsessed admirers. If you are interested, you can come back later to behold it in all of its...
Sure. We did help fix it after all. It'd be weird if we didn't want to see it in action. Oh yeah. Let's try our luck at the flagship. See you later, guys.
Checking snack stock. Lower than expected.
Later. Can't you see I'm busy? You know, saving the poor, anxious inhabitants of this town.
Checking snack stock.
Later. Is it just Paimon, or are there more people here now? Oh, just as well, since we're sniffing for intel and all. And maybe, just maybe, let's get some of their berries and fried meat too, huh? We still haven't had it yet. Oh, come on. Why so uptight?
Excuse me, are you guests? Ah, if you wish to return to your room while the banquet is on, please use the side door.
No, we're not heading back to our room. Are we not allowed in here right?
That is correct. Only those invited to the banquet may enter. Our goal is... But here in Krai, channels hold...
It's fine. Can't... Looks like we'll have to switch channels. Never, right? The curatorium does... But if we ask her straight up, she'll likely squeeze us for all we're worth. Oh, Paimon's got... We'll be heading to Heath. If Nefer doesn't mention a payment, we can cash our services in as a favor. If... the thought of... Hey, Black Cat, we're here! Oh, it's you this time.
Hello, you two. What's up?
Not much. Just here to say hi. Also, we'll be going to Heasy Island later, so we can deliver the medicine to Lauma for you.
How thoughtful of them. Bet they want something from me in Well, the faster the delivery, the better, naturally. Yehoda's gone to get the medicine, and she should be back any moment now. If you have nothing else...
Don't mind if we do then. Thanks.
Oh yes, I'm sure you've all heard about what's going on. Nasha Town's in turmoil, and right now everyone wants intel. Whether it's to strike it rich, save their lives, or escape whatever predicament they've found.
Ah, so...
It's not all good news, I'm afraid. We're stretched so thin that our clients have... The price for taking priority slots has all but skyrocketed. In other words...
Oh! She cornered us right away! Did she guess what we really want?
If there's any...
That doesn't sound too hard. If you need some...
Is that so? But... no. Is there now? You should have said so sooner. Far be it for me to extort you, of all people, for intel.
What's there left for us to say here?
More like... Most who live here only wish to defend their own interests. But we are
Or like make a profit off the wild hunt.
dissatisfied, are we? The number of commissions over at the Adventurers Guild spikes during tumultuous times, too.
Well, that's...
We might squeeze some advantage out of chaos, but equally, chaos could uproot everything we've built at any time. Such is the threat of the wild hunt today, and what business would there be left should it end in some great slaughter? And as I understand, the two of you are here in Krai to follow a trail of clues yourselves.
Well, yeah.
In that case, we should keep Krai the paradise people say it is. You must understand, no force exists here that would inspire unconditional unity amongst all parties. After that incident with Lauma, I'm inclined to believe you. Your selflessness is admirable, to be sure, and rare around these parts, though it's rare for a reason, kid. Just a shame that our mysterious phantom has hidden itself well. Really, I'd be all too glad to pass on any additional intel I gain. We make a good team, after all, don't you think?
That does make sense.
A well-placed only, indeed, Paimon. Nothing is wholly divorced from profit of some kind.
Wait, so you were ready to work with us from the start?
Why, of course. In fact, I was wondering when I might bring this up the moment you entered.
But...
Hey, boss, I'm back! Huh? Oh, you guys are here too?
Indeed they are. In fact, they've volunteered to deliver the medicine to Lauma on our behalf. And totally free of charge. Such kind souls, aren't they?
Really? Great! Oh, in that case, guess I'll be clocking out now.
Got a few more places for you to visit right here, dear.
Huh? Haven't I already worked a few days' worth of overtime already? Well, guess the extra more is pretty nice.
Well, we better get this medicine delivered pronto. Huh? Surely not.
Wait, that can't be. Let me... it was raining back there, so... could it have happened while I was resting? Sorry, boss.
Hey, hey! Slow down, you might.
Well then, any plans?
Oh, we were thinking of doing that, but we didn't get much out of it. The townspeople are a bit wary of us, and we can't get into the
Ah, yes, the banquet is on today.
Huh? Can you get us an invitation?
Oh, come now. What are we? Sticklers for the...
Lady Nefer, a pleasure to see you. Oh, and our guests from earlier, I see.
That's right. My apologies. Consider it my fault for not having explained the banquet's rules to them beforehand.
Oh no, it was no trouble at all. Please, do come in.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Not even an invitation check? Oh. Paimon didn't realize Nefer was such a big shot. Guess channels really do take... Finally! Now, what do...
Pardon me? I'm sure we're all having a good time, but I would like you all to meet I give you tonight's special...
Are you... Nice to meet...
I'm sure that no more needs to be said about Mondstadt's wine. The special drinks menu is being set before you as we speak. Now then, for a time...
Ah, I see. A new face.
And here I was thinking, that ain't a familiar face.
Well, it's a rare occasion to be sure. Wanna order?
Sounds
I spoke to the owner. The bar is all yours. The recipes are available for your perusal here. Not to worry. I've taken the liberty of removing the more challenging options.
How'd you set this all up so
Well, as long as you know what both sides need, negotiations are essentially just a process of confirming the deal. No one would turn a beneficial offer down. The flagship already had plans to invite a professional mixologist from Mondstadt anyway. So consider this a trial run. With the list of drinks brought out in advance, Demyan will assist you. Serving guests with drinks will be the perfect opportunity for you. Of course, every guest will have their quirks, so you'll...
Got it! Well, give it...
In the meantime, I'll go mingle with some of the guests who peak...
Hello. Good.
Ever consider returning to Snezhnaya?
Would I be killing myself with dumb things? Tell you what, I envy people like you. I'm like a man in a leaking boat, soon to be food for the fish. Wouldn't have come to this dump if there were any better place to be.
Come now, surely it isn't that bad. We've still got the light keepers.
You trust them? I wouldn't. Wouldn't trust anyone, really. We're stuck with a wild hunt here. The Snezhnayans can't be bothered, the Lightkeepers can't spare the people, and everyone else, they're a mess. I'd sooner put an ounce of faith in that cannon. Forget it. Let's just drink. Let's see if this new mixologist is worth the billing. Hello.
Good work. Now then, get the drink to the guest. Wouldn't want to keep them waiting.
I doubt the Schnez Nines will stand idly by if this wild hunt problem gets any worse.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Leave it over there.
Bet you some people are just waiting for this place to fall further into chaos.
You've got a plan for that then?
Hard to say. But what I can say is that the situation in Mashatown will get out of hand if that cannon isn't fired soon. That gun's a symbol. The most solid proof that ordinary folks like us
These are bounties.
can stand up against
If you
the
want to
wild
negotiate
hunters.
prices, go find a flea market.
Wait. What are you angling for exactly?
Well, what if that was nothing but an illusion? What if, let's say, the cannon was never meant to be fired? For our sakes, at least.
Surely this town is still of value to those who control it.
Of course, and that's all it is. Value. For us, though, there's no place but Nashito's. And we're putting its life and ours in their hands.
I get what you mean. Let's just see how this plays out first.
Oh, seems like they're all talking about the cannon already. Guess that's why Sosie was so anxious.
Hello. Good work. Now then, get the drink to the guest. Wouldn't want to keep them waiting.
Oh, so this order was yours, huh?
Indeed. So, any notable news?
Ah, you two must be Nefer's friends. A pleasure to meet you. If you've got a moment.
Paimon doesn't recall there being any other orders right now.
Then come, sit. Dimyon, 2 wildberry trails if you would. Without alcohol, much obliged. Hints is the name. I help out at the Rossum workshop in town. They usually put me in charge of making and repairing simple machines.
Paimon's name is Paimon. Pleased to meet ya.
Anyway, help me keep an eye out, all right? Valuable intel will be suitably compensated.
Oh, come on. Is that how it is between us?
So, you've known each other
That's right. I came to Nodcry with nothing at all. Would have starved on the streets if I hadn't met Nefer. She lent me money to study a craft, and even introduced me to Aino and the Voynich Guild, which is how I slowly carved out a living for myself.
Huh. So Nefer can't...
Well, I'd also say she needed a willing and able machinist at her disposal. Come now. Aino's talents are better spent on issues bigger than basic machine repair and component manufacture. I did think myself a dab hand at such work at first, but compared to her, I might as well be a trainee who couldn't weld a wire to save his life. Got the scoldings to show for it, too. It took me a long while, but I finally got to the point where I could make my own machines, and even maintain some of Aino's relatively complex ones, like Kuvaki detectors or mechanical arms.
He's the one responsible for maintaining Yehoda's robotic arm.
Oh, speaking of that, didn't Sosie have a mechanical arm too?
That's right, one of Aino's masterful designs. I could never design one of those in my life, but if you gave me its blueprint, I could hammer one out. Nowadays, I've got regular customers, which makes for a decent keep. Even got a kid, if you can believe it. I wouldn't have, had you told me my future when I first arrived here. On the flip side, being a family man means I can't just flee this place whenever I feel like it, so
I'm afraid I'm counting on you to help solve this.
All the more reason to be proactive and do your part. Wringing our hands in despair does us no good in times of crisis. Oh, wait. Just another question that's been bothering me. Have you heard anything?
I have heard of humanoid. Most would think they'd lost their wits from fright if they started hallucinating. After all, no ordinary person could survive an assault from those monsters. Does this have anything to do with our current wild hunt crisis?
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
All right, I get it. I'll keep my ear to the...
Then we'll take our leave. He's a social man. You can often find him here chatting with friends, and he's had contact with all manner of clients. Since he's never heard of the Wild Hunt exhibiting the power to imitate familiar faces, might it be safe to assume that our Phantom wants to keep that a secret?
Huh. That does sound worth noting. How about we go talk to a few more people?
A good idea. And one our upcoming activity will facilitate. Let me show you how it's done. Come, back to the bar.
Here's the thing.
If you want to
Can't
negotiate
live life
prices,
without a little spice.
find a flea market.
Thank you for waiting, everyone. The roulette showdown is ready to begin.
Finally!
Come on, let's go try our hand. Joining us, new girl?
We'll pass.
No, you won't. The one who'll be mixing the roulette special has to take part. Those are the rules.
But...
That's more like it.
Since we have a new friend with us today, let me go over the rules in brief. The wheel before you is divided into an inner and outer circle. Participants must take turns to spin the pointer of the inner circle. Whatever beverage it stops at, our lucky contestant will drink. The drinks are divided into juice, tea, and alcohol, with that last further divided into 3 levels by intensity. Spin your way to a non-alcoholic beverage, and you'll score no points. Otherwise, you get 1 to 3 based on alcohol content. During a round of drinking, one participant may choose another with less points than them and pose a question, which the other party must then answer.
This sounds like it might favor those who score higher, but push your luck and you might not recall any answers you were given the next day. Defeats the purpose, wouldn't you say?
And that's why the person mixing the drinks has to take part. You know, just in case they decide to pour heavy, then sit back and watch the show.
Not that our newcomer looks like the drinking type. Either way, looks like we're in for a show.
Anything you drink will be replenished. And additionally, I have decided to sponsor a grand prize for this grand occasion. A single serving of Dark Horse.
What? Do my ears deceive me?
Dark Horse. Indeed. The Dark Horse could be, and if our lucky winner can drain the whole serving in one go, they will gain the right to ask everyone a question.
High risk, high reward.
Now, if there are no other questions, let us begin. Allow me to get the ball rolling. Intensity 3. Looks like I'll have to put my back into it today.
Let's go!
Wow, this is kind of intense.
Oh, my turn. All right, man, fess up. You've been making a killing lately. Where's it all been coming from?
Hey, bro. I heard you met up with some big shot from the Voynich Guild. Mind
Ugh,
A normal drink, huh? Must be my lucky day.
We've reached the final round of the roulette showdown. Let's see who gets the last.
I gotta say, you monsters really know your alcohol. These recipes are super.
I was wanting to ask about your wife.
You're up.
Whoa! New face here just drew the dark hole.
Bottoms up! Bottoms up!
Hey, will you be alright? You wanna just give this one to Paimon?
Whoa! She actually downed it in one gulp.
Nice job! No wonder you Mondstadters have such a reputation. Me? Well, what do you think? Absolutely. If there was something else, I didn't stop to see it. Oh, and guess who showed up just as I'd gotten out of there? Those good-for-nothing rat Niki, that's who. If my luck had been just a little worse, they'd have found nothing but my corpse. Or whatever was left of it anyway. Either way, they're...
I see some downcast faces. Why, have we all hit our limit?
Says who? I'm still rare.
Because you didn't drink that.
In that case, let me rate.
Hello, ma'am. Lady Nefer has ordered a fresh round of drinks. Could you deliver it to her?
Are they playing cards? Paimon spies and...
Same as usual then? One.
I'm not here to do business with you.
Come now, I've already ordered us drinks. Or are you looking to add another line to your ledger of arrears?
Oh, so...
So, let's go over this again. Then we have...
What are we even doing here? I can give you 3 things. The features of the Wild Hunt, the exact locations where it has appeared, and the intel. The Wild Hunt is in fact a phenomenon linked to abyssal power. Fog and monsters follow in its wake, posing a lethal On the flip side, these monsters cannot leave the fog, so the disaster cannot spread quickly.
We already know all that.
Fair enough. Then, here's a map of current Wild Hunt anomalies that I snagged from the Lightkeepers, including the locations they'll...
That's a lot.
We've never seen anything like this either. That's why everyone...
That's not enough. 4 dice.
Cool it, all right? I'm not done. Now, the Lightkeepers don't want you to know this, but weirdly enough, more Wild Hunt sites have disappeared than their involvement would indicate.
Isn't that normal? They're not the only ones fighting the Wild Hunt after all.
I'd agree. And really, we've always had a small, stable discrepancy between reported anti-Wild Hunt ops and anomalies cleared. That variance has become a gulf lately.
What could that even mean?
I've got 2 theories. 1, that some new force is clearing the Wild Hunt out in secret. Or 2, that some rat Niki are not reporting the work they do on purpose. The odds of the former happening is low. Not many organizations can even engage the Wild Hunt. Never mind keep those operations a secret. If you're interested, I'd recommend following the latter train of thought.
Paimon doesn't really get it.
Now that's what I call interesting intel. No wonder you've been doing...
Please, stop. This...
Oh, stop that. Why, people might start thinking me a bully. Let me give you an opportunity instead. Out of respect for your independent intelligence, have you heard of people seeing familiar faces within a wild hunt anomaly? Or experiencing something akin to...
No, nothing like that. Nothing at all, but go...
Nothing at all, hmm? Not even for 50...
Hey! No means no, all right? This is about my dignity.
Okay.
You really are the same as ever.
And you've learned quite well. Go on, then. I'll swing by again. Sometime soon, perhaps.
Ugh.
So, you're his creditor?
Indeed I am. He's resold my intel quite a few times now, pocketing the difference afterwards, as luck would have it. He would only purchase information from me when he was just about done negotiating with his buyer. So I arranged a...
Ooh, that sounds...
Oh, I was downright beneficent in charging for that betrayal. It was more about the message, really. In any case, I believe that's all we'll get here. Most of our intel seems quite dispersed.
Well, first, no one else has seen that weird phantom.
Indeed. And we have that from multiple accounts.
What in Teyvat could that phantom be planning?
Agreed. Instances of the wild hunt afflicting Nod Krai in general have increased in frequency, but the phenomenon itself hasn't changed much. What you encountered must have been something special, with our mastermind concealing themselves within, in order to target the Moon Marrow. In which case, two questions arise. Who is this mastermind, and why would they want the Moon Marrow? I'll continue investigating
I'm back! Luckily, the store owner kept the medicine bottle I left on the table safe for me. Here you go.
Huh. Thanks a bunch, Yehoda.
Oh no, I've got work to do later. And anyway, I was watching it though.
Huh. So you're interested in that?
Of course. I mean, just think about it. Something that size is bound to be comprised of thousands, even tens of thousands of parts, fused in such a way that it can operate smoothly and fire off a supergiant, super strong beam. Isn't that just so cool? I mean, miraculous. Like a miracle created through countless careful calculations.
It has been a while since the last time it fired. Go on, feel free to go watch. Work can wait for a while.
Thanks, boss. Anyway, y'all wanna come? It'll be worth the...
Might as well. Fruits of our labor and everything, you know?
Woohoo! Let's go! Cap...
Wow! What a crowd! People seem pretty excited, too. Just goes to show how big a deal this cannon is, huh?
Oh, for sure. One shot, one kill, problem solved. Simple and practical. Just the way we like it. And even if that wasn't how it worked, just listen to how it roars. If that isn't power, I don't know what is. If only I had that kind of strength.
Hey, don't think like that. Your skills and smarts have been a big help to us, too.
Really? They think that?
Hey, look! It's starting!
this one.
Finally, all fixed up. Nothing to fear now.
Whew. That sure was powerful.
I feel
You know, Paimon's been wondering, if you're so interested in
That's what we call drawing a... I've got some mechanical talents, sure. But this job I have now, no one can do it but me. Not even I... Anyway, gotta go. See you later.
Says the person who got salt and medicine mixed up. Looks like the crowd's breaking up as well. Let's see now. What's changed since we were gone? Yeah, if anything. Hey there, Llama! We're back!
The cleanup work has been much more complicated than I expected. Solving problems that have built up over time is a tall order, to say the least. I believe it will take a few weeks more. Fortunately, those who remained appear to have shaken off the initial confusion and are becoming more proactive by the day. It's as if they've finally been forced to come face to face with what their faith actually is.
And it's all thanks to you.
No, I should have done this a lot sooner. I've been focused on taking care of myself these past few days, so I'm in a good place. And since you're looking after the Moon Marrow for us, I should be able to help you investigate the truth of the past.
Speaking of which, have you heard anything new about that phantom?
I've tried asking, what about you? I think I've got the gist of it. Sounds, in any case.
What do you see? Is it over already?
This appears to have occurred a long, long time ago.
Huh? What's the matter?
The flowers changed color.
Yeah, we should go see her.
I'll leave that in your hands then.
Oh wait, here you go. This is...
Thanks. Also, if I may, I have a feeling that Kuthar might be able to help you.
Oh, that's true. She's the Kuthar, but we best check if she's doing okay first. See you later then. doesn't look so good. Sorry for... It's like... Wait, is that... I sense the moon's power.
We got the moon marrow back from the Fatui. Can it help you in any way?
And what do you require this? Come on, don't even think about that. Right now, you got...
I might need your assistance in the future.
Oh, give me your hand. Your feet never left the ground. But anyway, feeling it? Significantly, the moon within your body, it is as silent as a reflection in the water. I merely drew forth a ray of its light from the water. Enough to keep me tethered to the ground for now.
I think I sensed some other changes as well.
That is the moon goddess's favor. All things I come into contact with will bear this mark. It is harmless, and will fade over time. Speaking of which, do you want to be the moon marrow's custodian? Now that you've got your power, it's supposed to be something that belongs to a god in any case, right? It is the remains of Arya, goddess of the eternal moon. So it does have to do with... Wait, what? Did you not know this already? Lama just said it was different from the other fragments, and that she could sense divine power within it. And she is correct. When I drew that ray of moonlight from the marrow, that is how I know that it belongs to the goddess of the eternal moon. But Lama also saw the past by using the moon marrow. What? There were once 3 moons in the sky, each belonging to a goddess who ruled over it. But after the War of Funerary Flame, all 3 lay slain, and 2 of the 3 moons were shattered during the conflict. After Arya's death, her power coalesced into this moon marrow. The iridescent moon's remains have never been found. And while the Frost Moon's goddess died herself, her moon was never broken. As the prophecy stated, this moon would birth a new deity sooner or later. The entity the Frost Moon Scions call the Kutar. I can sense that my power belongs to the Frost Moon, but it lies beyond the false sky, too distant from me. Forget controlling it. Sensing it alone requires immense effort. Oh wait, let Paimon count this up. We have the Eternal Moon's marrow with us. No one can find the iridescent moons. Does that mean you have the Frost Moon's marrow inside you then? No. It can only form after the moon goddess is dead. Consider it a form of energy. You may as well ask if there are rocks on the moon. Oh, so you're saying that you Yes. Now, a god with a gnosis is named an Archon. Since you bear the moon marrow, does that make you a moon goddess? You do not wish to become one? That's not really the problem here. Also, why use... Anyway, never mind this becoming a moon goddess stuff for now. I do not desire it. Huh? Nor does it desire to come to me. And what does that mean? When I came into contact with its power, I can only guess that this is because I, too, am a moon goddess. 2 moons will not rise at the same time, let alone consume one another.
Guess it's stuck with me for now then.
You sure that's gonna be okay? Lauma did say that you've hidden its power well, but the damselette sensed it just fine. And it's the wild hunt we're dealing with here, not some run-of-the-mill enemy. If it's the wild hunt? You speak of the... Well, It sure looks like there's a person behind it all. Someone with a super clear goal, too.
That seems to ring a bell.
Huh?
My colleagues used to mention someone. Back when I was still with the he hailed from Conria, gaining abyssal power during the Cataclysm. And he had a consuming fixation on the moons.
Conria? Well, we don't know if the phantom we saw has anything to do with...
I only know what others called him. The Ray here, huh?
Wait a second. Dean mentioned him, didn't he? Does that mean that our enemy is Rarier?
Huh? If that was the case, surely...
I have heard that he disappeared not long after the but when I asked my colleagues where he went, they replied, "Do you really not know?"
Why would they say that?
The tale of his final fate has it that he fell into the moon's reflection.
Wait, hold up, pause.
I felt the same. But as I said, my
Oh.
Either way, following his departure, the Wild Hunt situation, the present phenomenon may have inherited the same title, but it far surpasses its past incarnation.
Oh, to think that we're up against one of the infamous 5. That's way too much for us to handle. That incident on Star Sand Shoal must have been luck then, and even then, he still defeated...
Oh? What did you just say?
That's your... ex-colleague? So, we were on Star Sand Shoal together, and she was beaten by the Wild Hunt, too. Did you just... What?
No.
She totally did. Are you two on bad terms or something?
No. I simply imagined the put-out expression she must have worn in that moment.
She seemed quite shaken.
Oh, she'll adjust soon enough. She's very good at that.
Okay, anyway, we've gotten off topic. Now that we know how dangerous the guy targeting the moon marrow is, you sure you want to...
If Fatui intelligence is to be believed, Rarier would prevail even if all of Nod Krai were to stand against him. Perhaps something restricts him. If...
Before I decide, there's a fake...
What do you need?
Do you think you'd be able to show me what happened when my brother and I arrived in Nod Krai?
Sure.
That was quick.
As I said, this to me is but a single ray of moonlight. Nothing to it. Give me your hand, and ready yourself.
Lumine, come on!
What?
Hey, are you...
Our spaceship. How long? No one left the ship during that time. But Ether...
Huh? How would that even be possible?
I don't know.
The secrets within memories are like cookie crumbs.
All right. I'll keep the moon marrow.
Well, if you say so.
Will you need my help? I could help you conceal the marrow.
You could? Oh, that'd be...
Detecting it within you is already no easy task. But I can teach you to further conceal its presence using Kuvaki, like this.
Ooh, looks...
Can you sense it? You learn quickly.
Huh. Looks pretty sturdy. Could probably be used... Are you always here, Columbina? It's kind of dangerous out there, sure, but have you, like, taken a walk outside or something?
Dislike strangers. Slightly better.
Yeah, the Frost Moon Scions have changed since you last saw them.
I will
She seems kind of tired. Either way, thanks for...
It wasn't much. The flowers here. They like guests like you.
Best let her rest.
The Raker of Solnari. I've never heard that. Let's keep this news confidential for the time. But if this Rarier is as you described...
Yeah. Things might be okay if everyone was willing to work together. Exactly. Whatever the case, let's start by telling those we can get to join up about the... As it happens, we have our own reasons to protect Not Cry. But even if we did...
Thank you. In addition, I believe that the winds of change, whether our foe is the Fatui or this Raker.
Let's see. Speaking of ally...
Thank you for remembering my request, Master Tarno.
There's no need to stand on ceremony, Mr. Flynn's. If I may be so bold, I'd say this watch...
Even if I do hope it won't miss the finer life and flee back to your shop in the middle of the night.
Such a wonderful sense of humor. Even if it wished to escape, I doubt it would get far with a ratnik such as yourself on its tail. Here, I've already wrapped it. It's yours.
My thanks again, dear Master Tarno. Perhaps we can have a drink in the flagship when you're next free.
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Flynn's.
You could say so. This pocket watch cost me half a month's salary.
I suppose in that case, I should paraphrase Master Tarno just now and say, I look forward to your invitation.
Turn that frown upside down. Time to relax.
Friendly approach detected.
Listen, listen!
Threat level exceeds expectations.
Pewee, doesn't matter if he's the Rahira Solnari or Solari or whatever. One volley from my cannon, and he'll be blown to smithereens! You were there when we fired it, right? If that isn't the kind of firepower that helps you sleep at night, I don't know what is! True, but the cannon only works against shambling monsters, right? What if Ruri's super fast? Well, we'll just get an effort to go grab him and tie him down. You're not taking this seriously at all, are you? Anyways, firepower is not a concern. See those canisters over there? That's all concentrated Kuvaki, which we'll be shipping to Nasha Town. More than enough ammo in there to blast that Fatui research facility to bits in a single shot. You sure have been looking forward to this battle, huh? Of course! This is gonna be the shot that shocks the world. All of Krai, heck, all of Snezhnaya will know my name once we're through. Sure, travel safe.
I know. There remains intel left unshared.
Oh, right. Yeah. Since you're investigating the Wild Hunt, something pretty weird's happened in Nasha Town. Should probably watch out for that once you're back. Remember that Sosi guy? The Ratnik in charge of firing the cannon? He's... Wait, what? Didn't we... Yeah, it's still new news. So, not many people are in the know. We were only informed because we... I'll send enough up... Oh, he seemed like a good guy.
The data concurs. This gentleman appears to have been one of the most... His character has also received commendation.
Oh, that makes it even worse. Hey! Well, either way, I'm not... Got it! Let's go then! You coming over?
My tasks are incomplete. The last few batch...
Alright, well... Hang on! Sorry, but... Hang on! Weren't you supposed...
Batch inspection complete.
Hey, Wilma! We're here to visit. Yeah, boxes piled up everywhere. Look, Wilma's over there talking to a weasel thief.
Be that as it may, we don't have any urgent excavation work for you at the... That's a good child. Here,
weasel thief from last time, right? What was Llama saying?
Hello there, traveler, Paimon. Welcome to. No. I was just giving. Its passion for treasure hunting has only grown since we retrieved the lunar semblance. It comes to me all the time. I keep repeating that we now have more than enough documents and relics in our library to occupy. Yes. It has at least Sorry, you two. I'm afraid I. Now then.
This must be it. Oh, doesn't look like there's any chance of us getting in with that ratnik guarding the door, though. Should we go speak to the guard first?
Might as well try squeezing blood from a stone.
Ah! Never!
I came over to take a look as soon as I received the news just now. Aino told you about this then? Before we start, shall we see if we've made the same guess? Indeed. Quicker than we thought. Keep your eyes peeled for any clues.
But how?
Just follow me.
I'm sorry, but we're not open to guests right now.
Sorry about that. They're here to investigate.
All of them?
The paperwork checks out.
All right then. Enter. For now.
Paimon might have said that.
Shishich, my old friend. Fill us in.
Greetings. The murder happened not long ago. The Sergeant Major was killed by a single piercing. No obvious signs of a violent struggle. No damaged doors or windows. The culprit must have used some other means.
Entering unopposed. So.
At the moment, the most valuable lead we have is based on an eyewitness report from, specifically, that Flint's was seen entering and leaving this place in the time period when the crime most likely.
Flint's?
We have tried to contact him, but.
Very odd indeed.
So.
To be honest, I'm not particularly inclined to believe that this was an inside job. Flint's can come across a bit eccentric, but he also had no disagreements with the Sergeant Major that we know of. So he lacks the motive to commit such a But neither the eyewitness report nor the nature of the fatal wound itself are in his favor.
Looks like there's not much else to dig up here. Let's... So, the evidence points to Flint's, and he just so happens to have disappeared without a trace. A sticky situation indeed. We know that this Flint's could have been Rerir in disguise, but we lack the evidence to prove this to anyone else. Furthermore, Flint's has left us with many questions, all of which will require a reasonable explanation.
Yeah! He said he would report back to headquarters, but it seems he hasn't gone at all. What could he be doing?
Let's approach the issue this way. First, we must determine our culprit. Was it Flint's?
Yeah. What reason?
None, as far as I know. And even if he had a motive, it would have been easier to do so out in the wild, rather than in Nasha Town.
Yeah. They would have often gone out on missions together. Plenty of chances there.
Yes, but there's one thing worth noting here. Remember the intel we got back at the tavern? This means that he has been hesitant to abuse this ability, or allow it to become common knowledge. Likely so that he could act in secret under other guises.
But no matter what, borrowing identities comes with risks, right?
Precisely. In other words, his goal must have been worth the risk. Similar to how he came in. He likely knew then that the real Flints would not appear and get in his way during this time. We'd have to ask Flints ourselves, I'm afraid. And there are other, less likely scenarios. For instance, Rarier may have already killed Flints long ago, and been— Yes, that—
Then we've got to find him before the Lightkeepers do.
Steady now. Our friend—
We've tracked him down to a beach north of Nasha Town. The Wild Hunt is present too, so we're putting a force together. I'll have you know that this is top secret information I'm leaking here.
Don't worry. You'll receive a top-class reward. The beach is all yours. I'll stay and slow the Lightkeepers down. Things might go south if you bump into one another.
Oh, right. Before we go, should we reveal Rarier's secret? Since he's trying to keep it all hush-hush, why don't we just pull the curtains on his little trick? Hey! What?
Oh, I was just imagining how satisfying that would feel. But setting aside the matter of evidence, some may trust Flint's on our account, whereas others would suspect him on account of his behavior. Tossing him into a swirling tumult of public opinion like that might just give Rarier more and think about it. Once people learn that he can masquerade as those they trust, would they continue to welcome friends into their homes with such open heart? Unease grips the hearts of those in Nasha Town already. We should—
Yeah, you're right.
Indeed. But just in case, let me stress once more. We should neither— This light source is of special Lightkeeper design. It provides illumination with—
All right. We'll have to deal with that mess, too. Yeah, this'll be important.
You're welcome.
Hey, you! Whoa! Is that a Lightkeeper's lantern? Is there someone up ahead? Monsters! Chew on this! Don't claw! I'll settle this! This monster was lurking near the lamp. That must have been— There's— Huh? Why isn't it— A fight took place here. Did Flint leave these marks?
Is someone there? Please, help me!
Isn't that Flint's voice? Did you hear that? But— More baddies!
Be silent.
Hand it over. That was mine from the first. You're a fool. You again.
What the? It's stronger than before. Lantern, no!
It escaped again. This situation speaks for itself, I presume.
So, you were tangling with Rarer out here all by yourself.
So, that vile phantom hiding inside the Wild Hunt has a name of his own.
Yeah, you don't look so good.
Sorry you had to see me like this. All the same, you have my to think you had the power to so easily cleanse the filth staining the lantern, which tormented me so. Might I ask what magic that was? Or whose pupil you are? And an enviable constitution it is.
Why did abyssal power just burst out of your lantern
That is a long story. Many moons ago, when on Wild Hunt clearance duty, I shattered one of its cores only for a special crystalline object to fall out. I sensed a power surging within it that was at once familiar yet strangely illusory. I freely confess to being an avid collector of ancient gems, coins, and other curios. And curiosity it was that had me store this crystal inside my lantern. Afterwards, I wound up collecting a few more such crystals quite by accident, and discovered that they could merge into a single piece without my... It was only recently that they began slowly emitting abyssal energy, which could neither be dispelled nor weakened.
Is that what Rarer claimed belonged to him? That must be what he's...
I concur. And here's the kicker. Before, he was exceedingly weak. In fact, I've already beaten him several times, though I could not destroy him completely. But I noticed while engaging him that the crystal fragment would restrict my powers. As such, it occurred to me that I should hide it rather than tangle with him any longer. Alas, he has proved most fixated upon this fragment. And for some reason, his strength has grown by leaps and bounds since I last encountered him. And where, might I ask, would it be safe? Or do you think it wiser were our places switched, would you discard it? Knowing that its perilous might was beyond your ability to counteract, yet capable of causing greater harm should it lie beyond...
Yeah, throwing it away would mean giving the bad guy what he wants. But exposing yourself to its corrosion and growing weaker by the day, that sounds super dangerous.
Only those who shoulder risks are qualified to welcome in the turning of the tide. Those who flee when troubles come are nothing more than deserters. Though I shan't deny that I have your fortuitous arrival, and either way, it seems this fragment is now utterly still. That must have made it useless to Rerear. I imagine this wasn't the only reason you came looking for me, though?
Well...
Ah. I see. To use the Lightkeepers to find me, I suspect. I did not inform anyone of my true whereabouts, so he should have. They alone have the ability to quickly pinpoint my position. Our Sergeant Major has a Kuvaki-powered device that can be used to detect others who bear a lantern. They usually don't pay my whereabouts much mind unless they
You mean this thing?
Yes. Where did you pick this up?
We found it inside a lantern when we first charged into the wild.
It must belong to a ratnik dispatched to investigate the area, who, it seems, dropped everything and fled the moment.
Guess it's not surprising how they found you so fast then. But if Rurir could have shapeshifted into Sosi, why didn't he just use that Kavaki device to find you himself?
Were he to use it, that device would likely fail to act as it should, owing to abyssal interference.
Ah.
So not only is this Rurir ruthless, but a purveyor of dirty tricks too. You might not be familiar with Sergeant Major Sosi, but he put his... Our deployments are subject to orders from headquarters, and his orders were to be stationed long-term in Nasha Town. He worked so hard, seeking to produce...
Oh.
But every year they would say, wait a little longer. In truth, everyone had nothing but the highest praise for him. The higher-ups would think, he's doing great where he is. Let him stay there forever. Whereas his subordinates would think, wouldn't it be a shame if we were to lose such a talented, easygoing boss? So he waited. And he waited. One that has played out many times throughout history. Another reason to take this Rurir's head.
Oh. At least we now know that he's looking for these fragments inside Wild Hunt anomalies.
And yet, what did the Sergeant Major have to do with any of this?
Could Rarer be angry that the cannon Sosi set up to fire destroyed the fragments he wanted to collect?
Could you take me to the scene of the crime? We shall just have to exercise some discretion then. I understand the situation more or less. Either way, I suppose we were lucky not to receive a warm welcome on the way over here.
Yeah. Guess Nasha Town's...
Let's stop here. Any further in the Ratniki, since you two can enter, I'll have to request that you...
Oh?
You'll know when the time comes.
Still acting all mysterious. But he seemed pretty confident, so guess we've got to trust him.
Ah, you're the special assistants for this investigation.
Yep, that's us.
Well, you're just in time. We're basically done investigating the crime scene. If there's anything else you'd like to look into, sadly, no. The motive behind the killing remains a mystery. But considering that Nefer from the Curatorium of Secrets came forward to help investigate...
We'll do our part too. Phew, we're in. Thanks to Nefer's reputation, once again. But we still know nothing about how Flint's is gonna enter, or how we'll pick him up. Something the matter? Huh. That looks like Flint's lantern. But where is he exactly? Well, we've got the lantern. What now? Oh, Paimon almost screamed out loud. You never.
This lantern may have a rather peculiar shape, but so long as it doesn't glow, it won't stand out in the dark. I calculated that you would have already entered, so I chose a spot visible as I thought. Your
The perks of being veteran adventurers, huh?
Your composure is more impressive still. But let us leave such trivial topics for a more relaxed. Just as I thought. Identical powers must flow from the same source. It was the Wild Hunt, then, that took my form and killed the
To sow chaos by depriving the Lightkeepers of one of their commanders?
If the Wild Hunt's true form is powerful enough to stand against the world as you claim, I fear not even the full force of Lightkeepers could stand against him. He would have no reason whatsoever to. Let's look again more closely. We must leave no stone unturned. Well, that makes things simpler. And that. When we fought, he seemed like quite a reckless foe. Certainly not the.
Oh, if we can't get it. Oh. You mean this?
I'm not well versed in machinery, but that means his mechanical.
No, that's not right. Paimon remembers this. It doesn't mean that the components are damaged. It just means that they're due for regular maintenance, so the device has stopped operating. But the real problem is that... Yeah, he even helped us find the maintenance port. It could still be a coincidence, but...
The Sosi you met could have been Rerir in disguise. In other words, he played the Sergeant Major before disguising himself as me.
That's right! If only there was some way to prove it.
You mean Hintsa?
We had a short chat with him once at the tavern, but it's so late.
I know where he lives. The situation is critical, so let us now take up the role of uninvited guests ourselves. Ah, yes. And remember to pick me up by the window.
Time to relax.
Oh, it's you two. And Flint's. Given the hour, I guess it must be an emergency?
It is indeed. We're investigating a certain matter in connection with Sergeant Major Sosi. We'd like to...
Sosi. You know what? Forget it. I'm sure it's complicated. No further questions.
Thank you for your understanding.
Got it. 8 days ago, he came to request a round of regular maintenance. His mechanical arm is especially sophisticated, having been designed by Aino personally. The parts, too, could only be made by her. As such, they usually take several days to arrive. In fact, this time, he even asked me if we... And I understood. Completely. Not being able to use your hand, that's rough for anyone. But even more so if your job involves... And eventually, the parts arrived. 3 days ago, if I remember correctly. I sent word to the... what's with the...
You've provided us with some very crucial information. We can't make everything public yet. But once our investigation is complete, I will return...
No worries. Just glad I could help.
Thanks.
Good night. Hope the investigation goes well.
It seems that it is as we guessed. The Sergeant Major Sosi you encountered while 8 days ago, he had yet to act. But at some point after that, he attacked and imprisoned the Sergeant Major. With the immense gap in strength between them, the job was finished in a single blow. Perhaps his mastery of shapeshifting extends only to outward form, and not therefore to complex internal mechanisms. Hence his...
You're saying he thought no one would realize his mechanical arm is actually made of some kind of black muck on the inside? So, still seems like there's a lot of guesswork involved here, but it mostly makes sense.
This also has me stumped for the moment. But how would that help Rari? Assuming he plans to collect the fragments within Wild Hunt anomalies, firing the cannon works against him, since it would blast those fragments to smithereens.
So we solved one mystery, only to dig up another. Whew. This is getting Paimon kind of down. And sleepy, too.
Yes, I'd say it is high time we'll have to fight.
Yeah, we should totally get some sleep first.
A reasonable... My colleagues have never failed to live up to my...
Well...
That would be good, yes.
Phew, back inside.
I suppose we could all take a moment to... Had you already sensed the unique power within my lantern? I see. Fortunate then that abyssal energy was only leaking from the fragment in minuscule amounts when we first met. Or I might...
Yeah, hard to say how that would have played out. We've had a whole bunch of unpleasant run-ins with the Abyss.
You mean to ask why I'm going this far to oppose him? Well, as a light keeper...
Yeah! You're covered in more...
All right. Your deductions have been quite correct. Should one wish to conceal oneself within a lantern, elemental power alone is not enough. You know humans well. And naturally, you understand their limits. But some things that humans would consider difficult are quite normal in the eyes of non-humans.
So... you mean you're one of the latter?
Have you heard of how Snezhnaya was once the realm of the Fae? This race is no longer of any importance. But they still exist. As evidenced by the fact that I am standing before you.
We've heard some scattered legends, but...
I once turned my heart toward humanity. And thus did I experience loss. When you realize you are floating in the middle of a vast ocean, would it not be better then to simply sink? But before I could sink to truly lightless depths, chance had it that I should be awakened by a band of Ratniki. They were facing a horde of abyssal monsters, and could not last against such those who dwell in darkness for long enough become exceedingly sensitive to all light. And the first light I...
Is that why you chose to...
Perhaps I was moved by their valor. Perhaps I simply saw my past self in them, and was moved to action for the first time in a long... But I was freshly awoken, and my power... The survivors and I buried the fallen heroes. That was the origin of the Final Night Cemetery. Well, not exactly. I was just more familiar with them. So...
Does it...
Well, I believe it. Nonetheless. there are still some things I will not allow to happen. Tomorrow I shall go and check our records to see if I can find any connection between the wild—
Will you need us to get you where you need—
Oh, I'll be fine. I keep a backup copy at my residence in case of emergency.
Can you even go back there right now? Won't there be Ratniki?
Thanks for the reminder. I believe they'll have checked my place, but they won't have stayed. All things are ranked according to their priority, and we lack— And even if someone is waiting, I have ways around that.
All right then, we'll trust you.
Anyway, I hope you'll help me keep this a secret. I'd prefer others not to know about my—
Paimon's lips are sealed too.
All right.
Finally, we can rest. Let's go get some sleep.
It's getting late. The
So much noise. What's going on this time?
Hey! Where's Flint's? Is he here?
We would be most obliged if you would pipe down a little, dear guest.
Resting? We're all about to be done for, and you're talking about rest? Flint's is a wild hunt shapeshifter, here to deceive us all! If we don't get rid of him now, there'll be no end to this!
You'd better give him up. If anything happens, your business here is done for. You want that?
Or are you in cahoots with him?
What happened? But we were so careful last night. How did it— what do you mean? This is so confusing! It's not like all the unusual stuff about him will— Okay!
Hey! Let us sit—
My apologies.
Hold on! Calm down,
What in Tevat is the meaning of this racket? Are you intent on depriving both the Voynich Guild and the Curatorium of Secrets of even a moment's rest? Boss, do we really have to entertain people who don't respect the rules? Call a few of your boys and have them thrown out.
And what hole did you crawl out of?
A watering hole, of course. The one you've just disturbed. A place to get a moment's respite from all the recent unhappiness, and to escape from all this talk of the wild hunt, or strange ghosts and phantoms. Who'd have guessed people like you would come bursting in, shrieking louder than any ghoul?
This is a matter of utmost importance. We've got solid evidence. Exactly. And you
Oh, don't I now? How about this then, boss? Let them do their search. But if they don't, then they owe everyone here an apology, as well as compensation for all the racket they've caused.
Wait! It's—
All right. I suppose that's the only way.
Oh, all right then.
Well, I'd say that sounds like an impartial proposal. What say you? Or are you suddenly unsure of—
Come on,
No sign of Flint's.
But how can that be? Hasn't he always stayed here?
Done searching, are we? Guess it's time So, Paimon, you've been waiting to—
Yeah,
My inside man with the Lightkeepers informed me that you paid the crime scene a late-night visit. I surmise that you— Then, early this morning, a group of people gathered at the town gates. Everyone started throwing out the names of possible suspects, and amidst it all, Flint's name started gaining more and more traction. I'm sure his—
So, did Flint's make—
And that's where I Yehoda, the quick-witted, fleet-footed backbone of the Curator, while everyone was super focused on the argument in—
I got her to climb up to a window to help Flint's out, only for her to return with nothing but a lantern.
Aw, come on, pause.
We initially intended to bring Flint's back to the Curatorium and wait those people out, but I never expected this to be all that was left. I imagine that—
Might he intend to come back and get it—
Well, he's out of harm's way now, so that's not—
Oh?
What Paimon means to say is—
All right then. Let's have this discussion. I see. So Flint's has a fragment taken from within a wild hunt anomaly.
Is he gonna be okay now that he's on his own again?
Earlier, he said that the fragment had gone still, so it's probably of no use to Rare now.
In that case, Rare shouldn't have any reason to keep—
If I were him, I would have simply turned my attention to collecting other fragments.
A reasonable course of action. Remember what we heard back at the tavern? The actual number of wild hunt anomalies destroyed has been greater than Lightkeeper records would indicate. Some of these must have been Rare's doing. He must have been seeking more fragments.
This much is pretty easy to understand, but why would he pretend to be Soci and put so much effort into getting the cannon up and—
Maybe 'cause that'd be more efficient than having to clear anomalies himself?
Yeah, I'm confident that the ammo we're packing has the oomph to do that. But I am a mechanic after all. For me, test data and their conclusions speak loudest. Ooh, why don't we find a few of those fragments ourselves and use Kuvaki to carry out a little experiment?
Our lab could certainly accommodate.
In other words, we gotta destroy a couple of anomalies.
Lightkeeper operations have just about ceased following the Sart. Meanwhile, the wild hunt continues to grow in scale.
Then we best act fast.
A feeling we all—
There are 3 wild hunt sites that must be dealt with urgently. But I believe we have the capacity to handle it.
Works for me. And Nefa and I will take our workshop assistants to do—
The Curatorium will handle another.
And we Frostmoon Scions shall deal with—
Paimon didn't think—
Never mind you. This is a first for me, too.
Let's head out then. We'll meet back up at my lab with the fragments.
Understood.
Time is of the essence now.
Gotcha!
Huh. Anyone seen the lantern? Has Flint's dropped by already?
Well, considering what you said earlier, you know where we're going next, right?
Turn that frown upside down.
Someone's guarding this place to...
This way. Let's move. We're running out of time.
Ah! There you are! Or not! How are we supposed to read through this map?
Difficult, yes. But it is to expose the true intentions of this Rarir.
Hope we don't land on our heads then. Ghost! That file suddenly moved by itself. This is a graveyard, right?
Many strange things happen here. But this is...
But that file really did... Hey! Come out!
Wild Hunt Phenomenologue?
Hey! Another file's moving!
Are we being given hints? I feel no hot.
Really? Hey! Seriously, another one? Okay then. Phew! Finally finished!
The material I've read through has all been about past Wild Hunt incidents of enormous scale.
Paimon as well!
Whatever this is,
Alright! Paimon! All these incidents look pretty different.
Wait. I've noticed something. Before the occurrence of these huge Wild Hunt events, and look, all these smaller scale Wild Hunt site reports share a common outcome.
They'd be detected, but would go inactive before any forces could be sent to deal with them. They could then be sealed directly using a tide seal stone.
Some of these records are too old. I doubt he had regained the ability.
Ah! And here's another similarity. Kuvaki and nearby soil completely drained. Could this be important somehow?
Kuvaki and the Wild Hunt are mutually opposed forces. We Lightkeepers previously believed that these small Wild Hunt sites would temporarily go inactive, but now that we've synthesized all this data, there is a key issue this hypothesis cannot explain. Indeed, despite the name, I would not call a tide seal stone sealing powers watertight exactly.
Paimon feels like she's almost got it.
Yes, that might be it. It could be that when Kuvaki and Abyssal energies meet, the stronger side will suppress the weaker one. And while Kuvaki can indeed destroy small-scale Wild Hunt anomalies, should Rarir be strong enough, the Kuvaki might be his for the taking instead.
Paimon kinda gets where we're going with this.
What are you referring to?
Oh, we had a real close encounter with the Abyss in Netland. It's a force that tries to taint everything. It's hard to explain in detail, but basically, your reason...
Was there a gap between him pretending to be Sergeant Major
There was. Aino needed to make some adjustments after we finished those repairs. Rarir, disguised as Sosi, left at that point, leaving him more than enough time to shapeshift into you, return to the Lightkeeper's office and set up the crime scene, before heading over to the cannon's target area and absorbing the Kuvaki.
It all makes sense. And all that just for the fragment I had with me. It begs the question, what makes it so special that he needs it so badly? That's odd. We shouldn't have any. I'll go take a look. Ah, it's an ibis.
It's carrying a letter!
Situation urgent. The cannon began operating shortly after we left Nasha Town and is preparing to fire. It is locked on to Star Sand Shoal. Please return to Nasha Town and assist with all haste.
That's gotta be Rare's doing. But why is he using the cannon again? Didn't he already fire it once before?
No time for speculation. He's already made his preparations. If you recall, his body was incomplete when we last met. If this bombardment continues to increase his strength, he might regain his complete
Huh, what should we do? There's no—
Let's go to the cannon's target site. That's where we should find Rare, and that's where we'll stop him. One moment. Just let me get this news to Lauma. Nasha Town is in their hands.
Go! Fly! Not a moment to lose!
You're here, as expected.
Humans, you never change. Always trying to use powers you neither comprehend nor control. But it is also thanks to you that I found a way to return.
You've messed with the cannon again, huh? Sorry.
Such faith in your companions. But will the inhabitants of Nasha Town understand why they wish to stop the cannon? I think not. When all they see is the wild hunt surging up everywhere they look, the cannon must seem like their only lifeline. This is the truth I have revealed to them. They did this all of their own volition. The zealous worship of power leads only to annihilation of equally zealous proportions. True power does not heed the commands of the weak.
You were waiting for us to leave Nasha Town then.
Of course. I imagine the one you call Aino would have managed to stop the cannon otherwise. Shame, then, that you proved one step too in their folly. The townspeople will bar the path of all who seek to stop the cannon. And your kind-hearted, weak companions have not the stomach.
Well, sir, you look most pleased with yourself. In that case, before you put us out of our misery, I would like to ask you a question, if I may. See this fragment? It once haunted your dreams. But now...
That is my corpse.
Sorry.
My body was once torn into countless pieces and hurled into the swirling chaos of time itself. But even so, every last fragment calls to me. Sooner.
What are you even saying?
Huh. So the terror of the wild hunt was in fact caused by scattered pieces of your corpse. I guess they don't call you one of the 5 sinners for nothing.
Serendipity guided the fragments to construct an incomplete version of myself, upon which I began collecting more within wild hunt sites across the land. But each time, the fragments I obtained were hardly worth mentioning, while that which you hold in your hand was my heart.
So that's why it responded so strongly to you.
Only by retrieving this most critical piece could I get...
Hence, you fired that first shot, hoping to regain enough power.
Are you completely crazy? Weren't you afraid of
dying? Such power has no hope of killing me. It may destroy my form over and over, yet always I rebuild it. It may smash my flesh and crush my bones thousands of times and more, but that is of no consequence to me. What truly infuriates me, however, is how you've destroyed my heart. All that suffering. I've adapted to the strength and flow of this Kuvaki. The next cannon shot will multiply. It will not be a full restoration, no. But it will be more than enough to destroy any in this world who stand in my way. Still, I suspect the Kuvaki will have rendered you down to nutrients for for my consumption. Well,
Traveler! Behind you! Look at that light!
Dang it! Who fired up the cannon without my say-so?
Its defensive barrier has also been activated, likely in anticipation of interference by malicious actors.
The air is thick with fear and anxiety. It's spooking the...
You're here. Looks like this was all part of Rarir's plan. Not only did he plant seeds of suspicion, Yehoda's gone in to scout out the situation. She'll be back any minute.
I'm back! I'm back! Oh, it's bad out there. Rumors flying but that's not even the worst of it. Lots of folks don't even believe the cannon can prevent this crisis. So they're getting ready to make a run for it. Others are trying to make a quick buck out of this whole mess.
How could they still be thinking about Mora when
unprecedented danger brings unprecedented opportunities in its wake? A chaotic situation can bury much wrongdoing. Even those who flee without reserve put themselves at the mercy of the divine. Is it any wonder, then, that some will aim to profit? After all, a gamble that might rewrite one's entire life is hard to come by.
Even so...
Well, seeing as you disapprove of their actions so strongly, Lady Moonchanter, I suggest that you...
Affirmative. We must quell the chaos and Nasha...
Well, about that... People have been talking about how someone might come to stop the cannon. They've decided...
What? I made that thing! They can't just take it from me! Let me over there! What are they gonna do? Stop me?
They might. If Rarir has already formulated some... For example, he might have spread a rumor that the Wild Hunt would take your form.
Possibility, high. If they view the cannon as Nasha Town's only hope, they are likely to conclude that anyone who tries to stop it must be with the Wild Hunt. We will face strong resistance, but they're just ordinary people.
Brute, there's no time. Let's go into the town. I'll find some way to calm the townspeople. You find a way to stop the cannon. Oh, you're back. And you have a letter? The Traveler won't make it back in time.
Wait, what? Isn't that the cannon's target?
Assessing risk level.
So if we can't prevent the cannon from being fired...
Then she's prepared for the worst.
And we must ensure that her trust in us is not misplaced. Let's go.
Most of those we've met so far have been attempting to escape, so they haven't gotten in our way. Looks like they formed groups to protect the cannon. If they believe that we're with the Wild Hunt, we'll have—
Is that Lady Lauma? But are you really her?
It's you, Rixa. I believe you recognize this power, having lived on Hisi Island for so long. It is not something that anyone else could imitate.
I do, yes. But why are you here? Really,
The townspeople have been misled into believing that they needed to activate the cannon. I am here to stop them.
But...
I know what you wish to say. Our island and Nasha Town have never had close ties. But you chose to leave the island. You had the resolve and the courage to start a new life. It is unfair, unjust, that you should be dragged into this mess just as that life was about to begin. I seek to redress this injustice, not only for you, but for— Please, have faith in our long—
Thank you,
Then come. I need you to—
All right, I understand.
Seems we chose the right person for the job.
Huh? You're not.
We won't be able to calm this storm by our power alone. As such, I'll need to contact. Let's go, Yehoda.
Okay.
Remember these words. The road shall be paved with truth, and we shall pave it ourselves.
It's you, Lady Moonchanter. It's her. Everyone, it's her.
You're right, my lady. At times like these, we must rely on ourselves. I always knew something was off about you. We won't let you pass. Some abyssal creature, aren't you?
Leave this to us, Lady Moonchanter. Go.
Lady Moonchanter, there's a child here!
It's all right now. Go, quickly.
You wretched monsters! You're not getting anywhere near the cannon!
The monsters you fear do not exist here. The madness you have fallen to has been the source of untold disasters.
You think we had a choice?
Destiny is no excuse for greed and destruction. The choice has always been yours to make, and it remains so, even now.
Thank you for bringing us here. We can quickly overcome the barrier by going upward from over there.
The cannon is all yours now.
Got it. Thanks, Lauma. Enough.
Orders received and immediate.
Please, everyone, listen to me. I will not deny that we hold different beliefs. Otherwise, rifts will surely form. If your fear is born of helplessness, if you flee because you know not how to fight, then follow me, you who are lost. I am no god. But so long as we hold our candles steady and unite beneath the same moonlight, no deception or rumors can be concealed from. Let us resolve then to defend ourselves and to stand firm against the false illusions by which our foe seeks to beguile us.
Let's go, Anafa. This way up. This is making me dizzier than I expected.
Adjusting route. Make ready.
Out of the way, small fry. What happened to the path?
Track missing. Fall imminent.
Come on, come on, come on! Get out of there!
Whoa, nice!
Preparing barrier breakthrough. Brace for impact.
Knuckle Duckle, what are you doing here?
Defensive mode engaged.
Look, a rainbow!
Annihilation mode. Clean initiated.
Ding dong, weather bob!
Ultimatum protocol. Defensive mode engaged. Interference detected. Entering countermeasure mode.
This isn't good enough, we gotta hurry!
Scanning. Kuvaki ammunition fully loaded. Preheating complete. The cannon is going through its final pre-fire checks.
Alright.
Assessment. Not enough time. Emergency brake will cause internal explosion of stored Kuvaki. Damage assessment. Incalculable. Nasha Town likely to be blasted skyward.
No! I mean a manual brake, the primitive kind.
A manual brake. Understood. Roger that. We are out of time.
All your efforts have been futile. It is too late now.
Perhaps you're right. Why aren't you running?
Sigisato passa sax, intili potuvitos. Necritus necrus baptisi, que ondes tu solos pentusi. Osesticos palatin pirantur resurrecru, topia tua ition veraton.
Well, that's not good.
Sluggish, torpid. This body is a disappointment. I can barely muster 10% of my original strength. You've ruined everything.
Let me guess. You didn't get a human body back, did you?
What's with him?
daughter. Flinders.
Watch out! Whatever rationality he still had when he was searching for his body is gone. All that's left is the calamity you see before you.
Matters not. Having a heart. Being human. It's all irrelevant. Completely and utterly insignificant. You matter not. Does anything in this world. You too have the potential to be driven mad by knowledge. But the truths you seek are so insipid. How laughable that you should die for their sake.
You're wrong. The unknown is but a fog to be dispersed. Knowledge is the true pillar of the world. You're not the only one who got stronger. Polonia!
It seems this young lady aided in our escape. You have my sincere gratitude, dear madam. The flowers here bloom in such peaceful silence. I imagine. Oh? I take it that means you've been here before.
Columbina! What did you do that for? I studied his abilities inside out, equipped Polonia with comprehensive countermeasures. We were going to settle the score!
But he still broke through, did he not?
What? You expect a battle to be completely one-sided? I just didn't expect him to have no sense of honor whatsoever. Polonia would have been fine in a head-on clash, but battle...
Oh, so you actually thought you could win. Have you been taking care of yourself lately? Your calculations seem to have deviated quite seriously. Perhaps you could try...
Hey, listen here, Columbina. I
tolerated your nonsense previously because we were colleagues. There's a Fatui warrant out on your head, and don't you forget that. Don't make me fight you right here and now.
Oh, I was just a little concerned about you, that's all. Just like that time when you weren't making any progress with your research. So you went and cooped yourself up all alone.
That was none of your business! And don't you ever drag me out to one of your freaky hovels again! Come on, Polonia! We're leaving!
Well, anyway, thank you.
I was worried about you, too. Not only because the remains of the Eternal Moon Goddess cannot fall into his hands, but also... And then Well, I brought your associate along for the ride, too.
You're not afraid to speak your mind, miss. I like that. Please, call me Flint's. It is my honor to make the acquaintance of...
Still, what do we do now? Riri's got...
We did block most of the Kuvaki, so I'd say we've put a lid on his plans for now, but we still don't know what his aims are. And he may continue gathering power. So we must be very careful.
After you left, I could no longer sense his presence.
That means it's safe out there for now.
A question, if I may. Kind Miss Columbina. When the cannon's Kuvaki beam was deflected earlier, I saw several bolts of energy streak toward Hisi Island, only to be blocked.
No.
I see.
Oh yeah, the cannon veered off course in the end, didn't it?
In that case, Miss Columbina, I shall not disturb your serenity.
Go now, all of you. Do not worry. My strength. It seems my time.
Fortunately, we were able to minimize the harm. But the Reikir of Solnari has now gained a complete form.
While it seems we have done something akin to releasing a vicious Kukusaur into the wild. I'm sorry. Is no one here familiar with Kukusaurs?
Paimon knows what you mean, but that analogy seems more than slightly understated.
He said that this world means nothing to him, so it is possible that he doesn't have a reason to fight us at the moment. If his objective had been revenge alone, we would likely have no recourse.
Is there, still time for me to tender my resignation? Just kidding, just kidding. Don't worry, boss. I know there's no running now.
So my cannon, my pride and joy was a hindrance rather than a help. You know what? I'm gonna dismantle it right now.
That's right. And it still works on normal Wild Hunt anomalies. Don't let this get you down.
Flint's, we'll need you to attend to the aftermath with the Lightkeepers. Don't worry, I've explained everything to them. You're in the clear.
My thanks. For that and for everything else I hear you did to help us arrive at the truth.
Had you been willing to show yourself in public more often, you would not have been so easy to isolate, you know.
Point taken. I will give that some thought. I suppose that's one way I'd benefit from replacing Sergeant Major So...
You mean you're being promoted? Was Paimon the only one who didn't get that?
Well... There's a certain gentleman I'd like to send off on his final... This man was like a lighthouse. Here he lived as if it were a mere matter of course, and brought light and grace to those around him. Slowly, gradually, he came to think as such himself. I have achieved too little. I must do better. There is more work to be done. Perhaps his end was tragic. But I remain proud of the way in which he illuminated the path for others. Every shadow born of the light.
Oh, poor guy.
I've heard that one too. Is that so? Well, you're right. It may seem that our efforts were in vain, that Rerir achieved his goals. But we will pursue him to the last, even if the outcome is not what we wish for. It is not dissimilar to the role of a graveyard keeper. We do not seek to bring the dead back to life, only to grant them peace.
Oh, what are you two talking about? Okay.
Either way, the Lantern Fae is not playing the leading role in these fine. Lightbearer, with your blood you have paved the road to glory, even as we hurry on, bruised and battered though we may be. Stay a while, and look back upon the world and all its love and hatred. Until it closes its eyes in the depths of night, and a lantern lit for you. Thank you for everything, Sergeant Major Sosi.
Sweet dreams!
Almost there. That should do it. Once Nefa wakes up, I'm treating myself to 3. Oh, hey! Are you here to play? Sorry, but I'm busy right now. Just give me a bit. Nefa's fine, by the way. Just undergoing some routine. But a few days ago, Yehoda called her an unfunny, dum-dum, metal-faced lunkhead. Right before starting her maintenance, she asked me if I could upgrade her sense of humor. Okay, I'm going to activate her. Ineffa, wake up! Time to get up.
Good morning, Aino. Good morning, Traveler.
Duh! Such a trivial task is nothing to a genius like me. Now, Ineffa, can you add more sugar to my crumcake?
I cannot. The more sugar I put into a crumcake, the less sugar the crumcake will have.
What?
The more sugar I put into a crumcake, the more prone Aino will be to toothaches. The more toothaches she has, the less sugar she can consume. The less sugar she can consume, the less sugar I can add to the crumcakes. Therefore, the more sugar I put into a crumcake, the less sugar the crumcake will have.
Okay, that's not supposed to happen. Help me with another test, will ya?
If it stays bad for a while, the Traveler will crack a smile.
What?
You are not laughing, so I suspect I was not After confusing the relative relationships between crumcakes, sugar, Aino, and Aino's dental health, for the second joke, I used a rhyme scheme between the similar sounding phrases.
Okay, well, the jokes are funny, but the punchlines don't work if they aren't explained.
Yes. However, such chaotic sentences serve as a form of guidepost.
Oh, interesting. Ineffa, write some of these chaotic jokes down. We'll get Yehoda to be our guinea pig. Traveler, why are you covering your face? You got a toothache? Huh? What?
Understood. Maybe she ate...
Huh? What do those have to do with any of this?
Because eating them can make you feel horrifyingly cold.
Oh, a little something to boost the mood.
Hey, it's Alanatar! Should we go after her? Or do you have someone else you'd like to meet?
Do you remember that thing that I wanted to ask your opinion about? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much effort should the Curatorium of Secrets put in if we were to work with others again? Is that a 1? Isn't that kinda low?
Guess again.
Wait. You mean 0? But wouldn't we just be slapping our brand on the joint venture and calling it a day? Why even team up at that point?
Yehoda, What I mean to say is that there's neither an upper nor lower limit.
Aw, that's just... Wait a minute. That's not an answer at all. Is it?
Krumkake creation complete.
Thank you for going to the trouble of remembering that, Miss Anefa.
Understood. However...
That's not quite what I meant by...
Huh?
They must have followed the aroma...
Affirmative. In fact, I can devise a cereal
Huh?
What are they saying?
They... are discussing your address. They wish to go home with you.
What brings you here?
Where have you been, huh? Didn't run away or anything, did you?
Oh, of course not. I was simply elsewhere discussing business deals. Indeed, it was all thanks to you that my little store was What? Why? And didn't I tell you that my prices were reasonable? Oh, but you still turn to that curatorium of if even regulars such as you abandon ship like this. And how should I not be, Running... Forget it. Fortune and destiny are as one. It's not as if if anything is to blame, it is the lack of opportunity to have her owe me in turn big time. Now then, should she ever need anything, you make sure. No.
Turn that frown upside down.
Friends? Don't see you coming around here often. Just feel free to take a look. I'm busy right now.
Well, I've come to visit you, Miss Aino. Here, I've brought some snacks from town in their traditional butter flavor.
Shh, Inefa might hear you. So, what's the occasion? Are you gonna say that the rat Niki will be taking over all Wild Hunt incidents after that hiccup with the cannon?
And criticize a genius like yourself on account of results that none of us could anticipate. we would not be that crass if we really did do that. I dare say we shall never again see technological breakthroughs.
Sweet talker.
It gladdens me to have set your heart.
Anyway, what's the matter exactly?
Well, could you help me repair this lantern? I did bring it to Nasha Town to get it fixed, but it broke again during our previous battle.
You want a genius like me to go fix a lantern?
Oh, my apologies. Perhaps this request should be better directed to Miss Inefa, and perhaps the snacks too.
I mean, I can totally do this, no problem. Wait right there. I'll be done before you can say fix it.
Much obliged then.
And next time this happens to you, make sure to come to me first, you hear? Fix my lantern, he says. Please, this won't take 10 minutes. If only everyone knew what the... Take that Hinsa, for instance. How in the world do you end up creating an integrated controller for the cannon and the barrier from random components people ask you to fix? Gives me a... I gave him a real earful and told him to send me regular reports. If he's been working on it lately, I want to hear about it. Yeah.
Ah, fancy meeting you here. I've decided my... Thank you for keeping my secrets. Well, because otherwise I'd get in trouble with the Starshiner. If they couldn't detect my own lantern, I suspect the higher-ups would foist a standard-issue Ratnik lantern. A Ratnik carrying 2 lanterns. Imagine that. It would be an aesthetic transgression of the highest order.
Sweet dreams!
Columbina! What are you doing here?
Was it not you who recommended such walkabouts to me?
Yeah, but aren't you afraid the Fatui?
Zandrone seems uninterested in my capture, and the others are unlikely to risk making contact at all. They have more troublesome affairs to deal with.
Well, it's good to come out for a walk either way. So, how do you feel? Is Nasha Town to your...
The flow of Kuvaki is somewhat turbulent, and the people are ill at ease. However... Is this where you purchased the dishes you treated me to?
Are you serious? That's what she's concerned about? Berries and fried meat? Well, we can take you to grab a bite if you'd like to. There's all sorts of delicious stuff out here that you won't get to try at home.
You've been quite subdued. Thorny questions on your mind, perhaps? I could not gain any insight into his schemes, I fear, now that he has donned a shape and form, selling his power short. would prove a fatal error. But that power of his plays host to an obsession that borders on mania. I cannot say if that fixation is directed at the moons or at something else. Perhaps understanding the subject of his fixation shall prove key to repelling him in the future. Well, Zandrone's daily routine is highly irregular, while the doctor often orders people around. As for Arlecchino, well then, have you been to that experimental design bureau of theirs? That weapon will play a key role in the Tsaritsa's plan. That's what I've heard, anyway. And what plan is that precisely? Well, I cannot say I care. I could look into the Eternal Moon's marrow for you if you, but after our previous attempt, I suspect perhaps someone has certain truths they wish to hide from you. And I doubt there are many who could accomplish such a feat. I still wish to return to the moon that belongs to me. That is where the answers lie buried. That is my true home.
Interesting. You followed me this far.
Haha! Right, right. Right you are. I forgot. The name's Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
Turn that frown upside down.
Nothing's going right lately. Is a good night's sleep too much to ask for?
There, I know. If nothing is going right, then nothing is the problem. And if nothing is the problem, everything is going to be alright.
You really think so? You know, Inefa, you've gotten a lot better at comforting people.
I could not say, but thank you. Please get some rest. I will inspect these sorting robots for you.
I'm gonna give each one a hit on the head with my wrench. I gotta see for myself which one is going haywire. Oh, Traveler! Paimon! It's... Hi, I know! It feels like it's... But anyway, seeing you makes me feel...
I know. It appears my analysis was correct.
Huh?
You were getting upset over nothing, but now that the travel... Conclusion. Everything is going to be alright.
Huh! Well, I can't... Oh, what's the matter, I know? You can tell... Oh, it's nothing major. People keep getting into fights around here, and last night, they crashed right into my workshop. All the clinking and clanking makes it hard to sleep.
Oh, sounds like...
Do not be alarmed. It's a group of treasure hoarders on the run after stealing from the Fatu...
Treasure hoarders? Dipping into the Vatui's pockets? Sorry, again, not the point. What the...
Yeah, before Inefa came back, all I could do was hide in the workshop and curse them under my breath.
I already cleared them out last night. You will not be...
You're the... Wow! So, problem solved, right?
Well, the sleeping problem is solved, but now there's an issue with my prospector bots. They're supposed to sort out the useful treasure from the junk.
Nice! Sounds...
No, not impressive. There's a traitor among them.
Correct. The sorting bots delivered several items of no utility this morning. The ratio of useful to non-useful items suggests that one of the bots has malfunctioned.
My bots don't just break down for no reason. You know what I think?
And we'll find him and make him.
Yeah!
How are you going to do that?
By staring him down. You gotta put a...
Okay, so psychological warfare? That works on robots?
I don't know. If it doesn't work, I'll just drag them into a small... Whoa! How's that fair? Two of them are just hard-working little bots. If I take them apart even though nothing's wrong, it'll hurt their feet.
Okay then. Alright, listen up.
We'll let you off, but just this once.
You stared them down all right, Traveler. Notice anything?
Yep, that's it. What did I say? A little psychological pressure does the trick. Come on. Nope, wrong one.
I know, Ineppa! We caught him! Do you need to check him over?
Analyzing exterior. No anomalies detected.
Huh. Must be the processor then.
Uh-oh! He's on the run again!
Catch him!
What? Is that him?
No, those are scrap sorting bots.
Okay, well, but we need to catch him first. Try sucking him out.
Oh, finally.
What?
Huh? You can...
No, it's not possible. There's no way that...
It seems like he can communicate.
Can you mind your own business?
Jeez, why is this bot...
Oh, just you wait. If you don't get out of
The fortress of Marrowseed.
What is it again? Marrowpeed. Would you stop with the personal questions?
Whoa! What do you mean, girl? You're a junk sorting robot.
I'm a girl.
Okay, well, I'm not sure what happened, but something is definitely wrong. Well, guess the only way to find out is to open...
Don't come any closer! Somebody help!
It's okay. I'm a girl, too.
That doesn't change anything!
Apologies, Traveler in Paimon. Aino prefers to devote her full focus to solving. Perhaps it would be best to follow.
Time to relax.
Weird.
Aino, Ineppa, we're here.
Greetings.
I mean, I found the source of the malfunction, but...
What?
The bot has the wrong core. It is not the one Aino installed originally, but the core of a clockwork mecha.
It has the wrong core?
Yeah, it's no big deal. The original core was just something I salvaged. The problem is, this new core is...
Really? Is that...
No idea. What I can tell is that this core went through a massive explosion.
Wow, If even I know—
The core originates from Fontaine, but little is known about this technology. Without relevant
Yeah, but it's not all bad news. I managed to
Chard?
I doubt it, but I'm sure it's important. It was stored in the deepest part of the core. That's the
best protected part?
In the event that my core sustained damage, that's where I would move all Ino-related data to keep it intact.
Ah! Knock on wood, knock on wood! Your core is gonna be just fine, Inefa. Don't jinx yourself.
I was engaging in a hypothetical discussion.
Doesn't matter, you still gotta say it. Say knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
Yeah! Huh? Anyway, I bet there's other data preserved deep in the core, too. Otherwise, this thing wouldn't be able to talk. And I'm gonna extract it all. Here, data, come to Ino.
Man, this core is so mysterious. But if it's
bingo! That's the question. Who replaced the original core with this one and what? Bingo! You know what happened the day before it started malfunctioning? The Fatui chased a group of treasure hoarders straight into— I'm thinking the treasure hoarders stole the core from the Fatui and needed a place to hide it. So, they stuffed it in my prospector bot and handed the original core over to the Fatui to Makes sense, don't you think?
Of course. In fact, intel from the Curatorium appears to corroborate this hypothesis. Several of Marinette's subordinates were robbed on their way back to Snezhnaya. Their leader is a silver-haired woman wearing a hood. As for the remaining two members, there is a man with pink—
Wow! So Paimon was right. The local treasure hoarders around here aren't bold.
Actually, this group has only been active recently. The Curatorium suspects them to be outsiders not local to this area.
Who cares? Yehoda said they're just a bunch of small fry anyway.
Yeah. If those treasure hoarders really did mean to hide the core in this bot, they're probably gonna come back for it.
Let them come. If they're nice, I'll even share my crunkakes with them. And if they're mean, Inefa will give them a good old knuckle sandwich.
And if they try to take back the core?
I already thought of that. I'm just gonna hide it. Inefa, can you get Little Chard and the others to come over here? Okay, hold on to your hats. What did you just call me? Come on, we have to call you something. What kind of name is that? Did you get it from somewhere in your data bank? It doesn't sound like a little girl's name to me. Oh, so use Lombro as a last name. Huh, I kinda like it. You're stuck with it either way. You're the one who decided to hide out here, so from now on, you work for me.
Don't think it likes the sound of—
Correction. This bot has no capacity to like or dislike something in its current state.
Huh? Why?
Because its core was destroyed 6 ways to Sunday. So, right now, its tone of mannerism. Like, remember how I found the word charred in the data? Well, if that refers to—
Oh, so
Anyway, we can figure all that out later. First, why don't you take the reins, Traveler? Nice job! You've got some engineering chops, that's for sure. And thanks to you, I'm now the proud owner of the most advanced prospector bot in town. I expect good work out of you, little Chard. But don't think I care. We gotta do something about that temper of yours. There. Much cuter. Oh, that reminds me. Traveler, Paimon, I can make them into flowers or use them to upgrade my console. Oh, and I don't expect you to hand them over for free. I pay good prices for scrap. You're gonna want to stop by every day. Deal? Awesome! Turns out Ineffa was right all along. Everything is gonna be all right. Good luck out there on your travels. I hope everything goes all right, V.
wow. Ino's console.
Traveler! Paimon! Got more scrap for me? Thanks. Well, thanks to your help, I can now announce that the Krumgake Craft Shop console upgrade plan is complete. Which means I'm good on materials for now. But don't be a stranger.
Sweet dreams. Turn that frown upside down.
a good look then. All Paimon remembers is that really tall tower. So, let's explore the area more fully.
Ah, good day, you two. Assuming I don't have the time wrong.
Phew! Well, it's good to see a familiar face. Especially in this darkness. Oof! It really gives you the heebie-jeebies!
You needn't worry. This is my humble abode, and the tomb of the Lightkeepers. And while somewhat dark, it is on the whole a safe place. That being said, I rarely receive visitors here, save for the occasional colleague. What brings you two here?
Well, to be honest, we just wanted to see where you live. We were in such a rush last time, we didn't get to do a proper tour.
I see. In that case, as guardian of the tombs here in the Final Night Cemetery, allow me to extend the warmest of welcomes to you both, on behalf of the spirits who slumber here eternally.
Wait, do you mean they're really...
That is correct. As you may have noticed, this island is dotted with headstones. You might think of it as a veritable necropolis filled with souls. Isn't it a welcoming thought?
Not at all.
Ah, apologies. It was meant merely as a gesture of the heart, but I suppose it is a tall order to expect people to suppress their fear of ghosts. The spirits on this isle, while somewhat old-fashioned and hardly gregarious, are an unassuming crowd who keep to themselves. I have found they make perfectly decent neighbors. If you still have misgivings, I can only suggest that you avoid staying outside where possible, although that might render your sightseeing experience a little less riveting. Most of the camps on this isle have been removed, and only the lighthouse remains, symbolizing the many battles the Lightkeepers have fought against the Wild Hunt. In that regard...
Yeah, that was the first thing we saw when we arrived. So, it's a lighthouse, huh? What happened to the light?
Years of disrepair and a shortage of fuel, I'm afraid. As this island became abandoned, maintaining the lighthouse became increasingly difficult. Besides, even if we were to rally sufficient manpower to repair it, it would serve little purpose these days. In the past, it guided people on their way to and from the island. But all those people now lie beneath our feet in eternal rest. Well, that is perhaps not entirely accurate. They do sometimes come running out, speaking once familiar utterances into the void. In which case, since you are not used to the darkness that shrouds this island, you could consider restoring the lighthouse to illuminate your way. I too know well the comfort that a distant ray of light can bring on those lone journeys through the cold night. Speaking as a lightkeeper, and personally, I am more partial to the night than the day. So besides, I have a lantern of my own. I would rather tend to that than rely on a more distant warmth. As such, you should have no issues using it, so long as it helps you. I believe there should still be some backup fuel for the lighthouse stored in an old tent to the north. That should... And if you should need to find me, I will meet up with you once I have completed.
Time to relax.
Oh, there really are a ton of headstones here on this isle. And they're all so old you can't make out the words on them at all. This place is super dark. Feels kind of stuffy too. Huh. And your attention. Let's just grab the fuel and go.
The sky is so dark. I'm scared.
You sure took your time, didn't you? Come on, help me shift this fuel. It's almost time for our lighthouse shift.
Does he mean...
Look at you, shaking like a leaf. You scaredy cat. How you made the cut as a ratnik, I'll Come on, grab your stuff and let's go. Perhaps I'll even tell you a ghost story on the way.
What? A ghost telling us ghost stories?
You ever heard of the blue fire? As we all know, when you're out walking out at night, you should never look behind you. Well, that's because the Wild Hunt watches us from the darkness. They wait for you to lose your way in the fog, and then... That's why it's dangerous to travel alone in the dead of night. But sometimes, they say it only appears if you've run into the Wild Hunt or if you can't find your way at night. Either way, if you ever see the blue lantern, don't ask me what it is, cause I don't know. My granddad says it's one of the Fae that used to live in Krai in ancient times. But it could equally be the ghost of one of our fallen warriors, one who truly hated the Wild Hunt. Whatever it is, the blue lantern seems to be on our side, the side of the Light Keepers. I'll bet that's why the Starshina wants to make offerings to it all. Ah, shucks, look at me talking away. I totally forgot I've still got fuel to move.
Wait, but we brought all the fuel with us. What's this guy talking about?
All right, I'd better get back. See you later, scaredy cat. It's nearly time for my shift.
Oh, finally, we're here. Woohoo! The light's on! This should make things way easier. Now we can keep exploring.
Great, the light's on. Guess I won't have to worry about moving fuel anymore.
Hey, it's the ghost from before.
The Wild Hunt came. The fog clung to our ears, stuck.
What's he...
To the lighthouse! To the lighthouse! We've got to get a signal to the units outside before they reach. Don't just stand there gaping. Pull yourself together. Have you forgotten how to send signals? Come on! I've told you before, a light keeper always has to be prepared. We're all gonna die. They'll
Something's off. All the ghosts are coming this way.
We too shall cry. The Wild Hunt is here! We've got to think of something.
Up to the top.
If you've forgotten how to send signals, check the handbook. We nailed it to the top.
Do not fear.
Don't leave our bodies to the Wild Hunt.
Death. Wild Hunt.
Oh, the ghosts of surround. Sounds like they need us to head up, find the handbook, and you.
Lighthouse.
The handbook's. Okay, the signal is sent. Let's go check on the ghosts.
What happened here? Ran into a spot of bother? A whole host of ghosts surrounded the lighthouse. I sent them away to prevent them from blocking the area. And when they saw the lighthouse flashing, they departed.
Oh, it was pretty scary. They completely surrounded us and begged us to help them.
I sensed it too. This graveyard is bereft of life save for passing birds, the insects underground, and myself. Normally, it's so quiet you can hear yourself breathing. Up until just now, that is, when these ghosts started getting agitated. Was it because of the lighthouse? They asked you to send a signal out. How peculiar. This can only mean that lighting the lighthouse has somehow caused a change in them. I must say, unfortunately, although I saw them leaving, but you sent a distress signal out, yes? Ghosts are the echoes of living souls. The ghosts in question were lightkeepers, and relighting it You might not be aware of this lighthouse's past, but it once served a great many functions. In the days before this was a graveyard, its light was never once extinguished. It came to symbolize the hope and warmth that the lightkeepers sought to bring to But alas, the light of this historic outpost was snuffed out in a conflict against the Wild Hunt several decades ago. According to our internal records, that conflict cost the island 90% of the troops stationed here. The star shine.
Wait, a warning signal?
Indeed. The warning signal saved the nearby merchant fleets and patrolling lightkeeper ship, but at the same time, this signal also cut the troops on the island off from any possibility of rescue. The Lightkeeper Oath contains a line that goes as such: "Our bones and blood we shall use as fuel. We shall make life greater than death." It is a line that strikes at the very heart of our principles. Should we find ourselves at a great disadvantage, we are to prioritize the preservation of life and ensure After all, the Wild Hunt is a never-ending threat, while our numbers are...
Shoot! So we sent out a distress signal, but what the ghost actually wanted was for us to send a warning signal.
You feel you unwittingly did something wrong. Ghosts are but the memories of people that once were. You may have stirred up those memories, but that is all they are. Those to whom they once belonged are long gone. Still, I can see that you're concerned about them. And truthfully, so am I. Ah, yes. Had reinforcements arrived on the day of that battle, they would have landed here. You have to understand that ghosts are hard to reason with. A better way to... How about this? We'll go in together.
Don't come near us. Don't try to save us.
Help is on the way.
The Wild Hunt is coming in too fast. This place will be enough of a graveyard by the time the night is through.
So you don't?
No, we do. Please, everyone else is gone.
Ignite the Blue Lantern. It will guide you far from the Wild Hunt.
The Blue Lantern cannot bring back souls from the dead. Even if he can help you destroy what remains of the Wild Hunt.
Don't rescue us. Don't come any closer. No.
What's this supposed to mean?
Those poor souls. On the one hand, they hoped that someone would send out a distress signal and save their lives. On the other, and so they sought the help of the Blue Lantern spoken of in local legend. That ought to have been their last hope in a time of desperate need.
Will any other horrible things happen?
They will recall the unfathomable suffering they experienced in their...
We shall part the snow curtain of the sky and
We have sworn We cannot wait for them to come. We are the last ones. Pick up your weapon.
We are the Light Keepers, who shine the eternal light of hope into the endless snow-swept plains.
Wait! Flance!
Again, they are but the replaying memories of once living people. Viewing the world through human eyes is like looking into a kaleidoscope. The sorrow and reluctance in the face of death. The longing for a life of peace and stability. The surprising valor that wells up in the hour of despair. If it were up to you, traveler, would you wish to do something for them? Is that so? Personally, I do feel inclined to do something for them. To help these shadows of the heroes that once... In time, the memories and yearning of these ghosts will fade. And my dear Ratniki, I am Kirill Chudamirovich Flintz. Now, let me look upon my flame and wander no longer. Return to your graves and forever rest in peace. 6 feet under may you slumber in your erstwhile homeland, and in sweet dreams return to the ley line's embrace.
They're gone!
Some of their memories and thoughts have been dispersed. To me, unfortunately, I did not know most of their names. But at the very least, I know now that the gentleman who moved fuel and loved to tell the tale of the Blue Lantern was... Many of the ghosts on this island may have been affected by the lighthouse, but if you're in the mood to keep exploring, it would be my... Why, of course. I owe you both my thanks. This
Our pleasure! Although, it's...
Indeed. And I never had any intention of changing this. If you mean to ask whether I shall be life comes in cycles. Even without us, the ghosts that linger here would slowly disappear and return to the ley line. So do not worry that this lighthouse cannot shine upon every last corner of the island. As the ghosts gradually leave, the sun must... eyes. Observe. You will fear the dark.
Cast your worries to the wind!
You on this! Go claw!
Out of my way!
Beware the creatures of the night. Be silent. Fear the dark.
Playtime's over. Enough! Quiz time!
One is domestic.
Bingo! Okay, here.
Knuckle duckle.
Wrong.
I see.
Of course not.
Oh,
You're enough, just like I'm.
understood.
Stand with me!
You on this!
I'll settle this!
Ding dong, water bomb!
Time to relax! Yachan, Taechan, let's...
Go claw! Just run! Crash attack!
The bond is strong!
Lightning terrible!
The long sleep beckons. Close your eyes. Observe. Night falls.
Go claw! You on this!
Cast your worries to the wind! I'll settle this!
Be silent. Beware the creatures of the night. You can fear the dark.
Crash attack!
Lightning terrified! Dissipate!
We got ourselves a straggler.
Just run! Look, the rainbow!
Observe. Close. You can fear the dark.
Just run! Ding dong,
Out of my way! Stand with me!
Save yourself. Be silent. The long sleep beckons. Intro.
Thank you for.